Okay, so before the break, we got the lowdown on car buying 101. Once you have your new wheels, you want it to be a pleasant experience.
Let me paint a picture for you. Hot summer day, you get dressed, put on your shorts, head out to go shopping.
Okay.
Okay? Open the door, plop down in the seat. Ah! Back of your legs are on fire. Catching my drift here?
Jimmy, it's true. Climbing into a vehicle that's been sitting outside in the summer heat is no fun, but you can prevent it. As we find out in today's Angie's List report, tinted windows are one way to help keep your backside from burning.
Window tinting has come a long way in the last 20 years. The old films are still out there, so sort through all the options before deciding which one to install on your vehicle.
There's hybrid films that are semi-metal based and dyed. Then there's metal films, and there's even ceramic films. And as you go up towards the ceramic line, they cut out more heat, and they're going to give you better clarity on the film itself.
Quality tinting can lower your car's interior temperature by 60%. Not surprisingly, tinting prices go up as the temps go down. A standard dyed tinting job can be done for under $200. It's at least twice that for ceramic.
If it's just for the looks, you know, pick the one that looks the best to you. If you're looking for the heat rejection, go for something that's going to give you the highest amount, usually your ceramic films. And whatever you do, make sure you're getting a written warranty from the manufacturer and not just a verbal warranty from the shop.
The tinting will also drastically reduce the sun's UV rays entering your vehicle, which will also protect your interior from fading and cracking. But there may be limits to how dark your installer should go.
Be sure they understand what the laws are in your area, because there are laws typically about how dark that window tinting can be, and you certainly don't want to end up with a fine if your windows end up too dark.
It's also important to note the tint will not last forever.
All films will break down over a period of time. They do have an adhesive on them, and like all adhesives, they do eventually get brittle, dry out, crack, and bubble. When you start to notice the adhesives are bubbling or getting distorted, it's probably time to replace the film that's on the vehicle.
Perhaps you've thought about a do-it-yourself window tint kit. Angie's List wants you to know, unless you're purchasing a more expensive professional-grade tint kit, you'll likely find the film in a DIY kit flimsy and temperamental when compared to the higher quality materials a window tinting pro would use. Also keep in mind, window film in general is hard to work with, as a slight breeze or wind can cause creases or crinkles. Some people may also find it hard to keep dust or other debris from sticking to the film, so it may be best to go to a pro.
And we mentioned DIY. Angie's List says even if you successfully apply tint to your vehicle's windows, you may not do so perfectly. Now keep in mind, removing window film is much more difficult than applying it, due in part to the sticky adhesive used to apply it to the glass.
And Angie mentioned it's a good idea to know your state's laws. There's a lot to the laws, from the windows that are allowed to have tint to the color of the tint, how much light can be transmitted through it, even how low it can be on the windshield. Now, if you want to find out some of that information, we've got it on our website. Just go to WVOC.com and click on our picture at the top of the page.
Well, we want to keep the heat out of our cars, but we're turning up the heat in the Delmarva Life kitchen. Up next, we're learning to make curry sauteed vegetables. With this recipe, you'll finally want to eat those healthy veggies. Trust us.
And couldn't you just eat up this little guy?
Aww.
Still ahead, Delmarva Life's Sean Stryker is in Caroline County to introduce us to a few cuties that are up for adoption. Delmarva Life will be right back.